This is One on One.
Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. Im Cabaret, au Cabaret, au Cabaret.
Oh, what a cast.
Yeah.
Part of the cast is right here, Danny Burstein. Danny is an actor, part of Caberet on Broadway, playing in Studio 54. We're located at 254 West 54th Street between 7th and 8th. Hey, this is the fourth run for Caberet. Too bad they haven't won enough awards. Four Tony Awards, and started in 1966. Set the scene for us.
Well, it's Cabaret is about two couples that live in Berlin, and it takes place during the Great Wars. And one is an older couple, and one is a younger couple, and it's a fantastic masterpiece of a musical.
Your role?
My role is Herr Schultz. I'm part of the older couple.
And how are you connected to Michelle Williams?
How am I connected? She plays Fräulein Sally Bowles.
Okay.
And she plays opposite an actor named Bill Heck.
Okay.
She's an English gal. She plays an English gal who goes to perform in cabarets in Berlin.
Alan Cummings?
Alan Cummings plays the MC at that cabaret. Yeah. He's very good. You know, if he sticks with it, you know, something good might happen.
You know, I love him on Good Wife.
Oh, he's terrific.
How great is he?
You know what? He's good because he's fearless.
What do you mean by that, as an actor?
It's just he's not afraid of anything. He just goes out and does it. And watching him is a great lesson. It's because he just doesn't care. He tries things.
Well, you don't see yourself as fearless?
Not always. No, I'm Jewish.
What the hell does that mean?
I'm meticulous.
So I'm Italian, you're Jewish. So we have what? Too much? We're carrying too much stuff with us?
We get along fine in the neighborhood.
Outside the neighborhood, what? We have issues?
No.
But when you work with a cast like this and on a show like this, with such an incredible track record, any pressure? Any extra pressure, I should ask?
You know what? It's such a good show. You really want to do your best, and so you bring your A game every time. The people there are so incredibly talented. Sam Mendes is directing along with Rob Marshall, and Rob is also choreographing. These are genius guys. John Kander still comes around and gives you notes, and Joe Masteroff, who wrote the book, who's 94 years old, who's incredibly, you know,
these are guys who did the music, who did the book,
who did the book, the original show.
Right.
They're genius people, and so it's not really hard because it's all in the material already, and you're surrounded with all these smart people taking such good care of you.
You grew up in the Bronx?
Originally from the Bronx, and then when I was 6, we moved to Queens. My parents still live in Flushing.
So you're obviously people who know one-on-one, particularly one-on-one from right here at the Tisch WNET studio, you know I have a habit of asking people how they found their way into acting, performing, and then ultimately Broadway.
Yeah, well, I always loved plays. My dad gave me a copy of Peer Gynt when I was about 11, and I started reading plays and loved them. I loved the dialogue form. And when I was 13, I was lucky enough to get into the High School of Performing Arts when it was on 46.
Wow.
And
that's Fame?
That's the Fame School.
Right.
When I auditioned, over 4,000 kids auditioned, and 128 made it in.
Wow.
And I was just lucky enough to be one of those 128.
Well, it's not all luck, obviously. So
how
great was that?
I was pretty lucky. Oh, it's incredible. It was 4 amazing years where I learned so much. I didn't know anything about anything, and they like molded me like clay and really gave me the idea that I could really make a living as an actor. I had no idea that you could.
Have you been?
Have I been? Yeah.
I mean,
doing really well.
You know, no, you aren't now.
Yeah.
Day one, you were making a living?
I was doing okay.
From right out of the box?
Yeah, never really had
You clicked?
I clicked, yeah.
People wanted you. There were roles for you.
Yeah. I mean, I actually I finished my college. I went to Queens College, where my dad actually teaches, and then I went and got my master's degree. Since both my parents are teachers, I thought, well, you know what, I should have my degree just in case I want to teach.
Fall back.
Fall back kind of thing. And I came back to New York because I went to UC San Diego, and I've just continued to work and work and work. And this is my 15th Broadway show.
15th Broadway show?
Yeah.
your love of theater compared to other venues in which you could perform as an actor?
I love them all. I really do. I love the immediacy of theater. That you can't get anywhere else, that the immediate feedback. An audience lets you know how you're doing that particular night, whether you're registering. And, you know, sometimes you really nail it and they're with you, and sometimes you suck. And you gotta come to terms with that and get better over the course of the performance. And I think along the continuum of a long run, if someone comes to see the show early in the run, I hope if they come back that the show and my performance and everybody else's performance will be stronger and better and deeper.
The Tony Awards.
Yeah.
The fact that Cabaret has won, obviously before, many times. The whole idea of the Tonys means what for those of you in the industry?
It's a lovely pat on the back. I've been nominated for 4, and it is a lovely pat on the back. And it is just kind of a great thing to go and be invited to the party. You know, you feel like you're at the big kids table a little bit.
Nice.
And yeah, it's a great, great pat on the back. I've not won, but it's been fantastic. There's nothing bad about being nominated for a Tony Award. It's a great, you know, kick in the pants. It's fantastic.
Yeah, talk about the play a little bit more. The dynamics of this play and what makes it so special.
It is very special because it's daring. The score is daring. It's a magnificent score. The fact that they have these 2 couples, a younger couple and an older couple, and neither one of them, actually, neither one of their relationships works out. You know, who writes a musical like that, where things don't turn out happy in the end? It was daring. It was dangerous.
Set what year? What years?
It actually goes from 1929 into 1930. So the Nazis take over in 1933. So it's very volatile.
The heat of the war
in Germany at that time.
Right.
So politically things are ranging, from A to Z constantly. Every couple of years there's another government that takes over, and
so the Nazi theme is just
it's relentless, and they are really coming to power at that time. Over the course of 1930, especially.
Wow. And for you, personally, being a part of that,
mean
anything?
It's difficult sometimes, dealing with all that.
Being Jewish.
Being Jewish, yeah. It hits home. It really does hit home. You feel a responsibility. I am the token Jewish guy in the show.
Is that true?
And you feel a responsibility. And it's also difficult dealing with all that. How do you, represent all those people who were murdered? But at the same time, it takes place in 1930. So my character and everybody else around doesn't really know that's all going to happen. So I was doing all this research, and it was just unbelievably sad and depressing. But my character is a positive one, and he's sure that's never going to happen. And so that's the way I had to think. So I actually had to put all that aside just so I could get through the show, without breaking down crying every 2 seconds.
Well, it's a powerful story, no matter how many times Cabaret comes back. And it's playing at Studio 54 at 254 West 54th Street between 7th and 8th. And Danny is there. Tell folks again your cast.
Alan Cumming, Michelle Williams, Bill Heck, Linda Emond, and myself.
A great cast, a great play, and we wish you and your colleagues nothing but the best, Danny.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for coming into our little place here.
All right.
Okay, thanks. Stay with us. We'll be right back right after this. Thank you.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System. This special edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by Holy Name Medical Center in Teaneck, New Jersey, NJIT, New Jersey Natural Gas, MagnaCare, Sun National Bank, the New Jersey Education Association, and by the Russell Berry Foundation. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been made possible in part by activists and the American Medicine Chest Challenge.